In the SMMA space, it seems like everybody wants to offer paid ads and social media management to get from 0 to 10K as quickly as possible. And while this works for some people as long as you know how to market yourself, there is a secret service that you can offer to get you from 0 to 10K in a much quicker and easier fashion. With the market right now being so saturated, it's actually as saturated as it's ever been, you have to stand out in any way you can. And today I'm going to explain a service that my agency has offered that gets me ahead of the game. It's a huge service that's generating a ton of revenue for my business. Thanks for stopping by, guys. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Let's get right into the video. So the service that I'm going to be talking about is email marketing. Before you leave, I want to explain why it's such a good service for your e-commerce clients to implement today. A lot of people have the notion that email is old or outdated. This just couldn't be farther from the truth. E-commerce stores are driving thousands and thousands of dollars per month to their store that they otherwise would not have had in the form of email. And I'll explain the ways that you can implement this today for your e-commerce clients in the easiest way possible. The first thing I'm going to be talking about is customer acquisition. And there's two things you can do to acquire a customer, and that's either entrance or exit intent. Entrance intent is when a consumer comes across your client's store for the first time and they see a pop-up or a spin wheel or something along those lines to then get their email for their email list. And you can do this by offering freebies or offers or things like that, maybe seasonal promotions that they otherwise wouldn't get if they did not put in their email. Let me explain. So like you see all the time when you go to these Shopify stores, e-commerce stores, there's going to be a pop-up that says 10 to 20% off, this weekend only. When you put your email, we'll email you a code, something along those lines. That just builds those email lists that they wouldn't have otherwise had. And a spin wheel has become very popular in the past couple of years through Shopify apps because it gets customers that are coming across your store for the first time to get excited about maybe an offer that they're going to get by spinning the wheel by putting in their email, because they could get a really, really good deal. Throughout these different processes, as long as you're offering something for free or a seasonal offer or a deal or things like that, people are going to sign up if your website is worth spending money on. The second is exit intent, which means when somebody is going to the checkout page, they're about to pay for your client's product, you can put a pop-up on that page that says, hey, really quick before you check out, enter your email and we'll give you 10% off this order. This is a really good way to acquire a customer because, otherwise they've seen the price that it's going to look like if they don't have the deal. So if they do have the deal and all they have to do is put in their email, then they're most likely going to do that. The second flow is an abandoned cart flow, which is pretty much exactly what you think it is. They come across your client's store, they add something to their cart, and then they leave the store likely to never return. Well, an abandoned cart email then emails that person and says, hey, you have this item in your cart. Would you like to return and purchase it? This is kind of like the last second chance, or we're going to take it out of your cart. I have a client that does $10,000 to $12,000 a month, and he's implemented this abandoned cart flow and it's gotten a 7% bump in monthly revenue. That's $700 extra that he would not have gotten otherwise if he didn't implement this, which is a huge, huge deal. And if you have e-commerce clients doing $100,000 a month and that same percentage is implemented, they're making an extra $7,000 that they otherwise would not have had. The third and final flow is a new customer nurture flow, which basically means a customer has come across your client's store, they just bought a product, and now you're nurturing them to then buy some more products from your client's store. This is very important when you want to increase the lifetime value of a customer, because you don't want somebody to come across your store, purchase one thing, and then never come back. No, as long as you're offering multiple products and good deals, people are going to want to come back. And as long as you have this email flow in full effect, maybe you send an email 3 days after they purchase a product, and you send another one 5 days and maybe a week. If they're not opening it, so be it. That's gonna be the way that most people do it. But a lot of customers, if they come across your product, they get it, they love it, they're gonna want to come back regardless. And having this email flow in place then kind of amplifies their decision making to go to your store and get another product. You can also implement this in the form of a club. So the way that I like to implement it is like, hey, thanks for being a part of the blank family, like whatever the company's name is. Thank you for being a part of the Will Ross family. Here's a new deal for the next time that you come around. That then incentivizes them to already be looking at your store again after they've already purchased a product. Look, if you're not implementing these strategies for your e-commerce client, do it today, because as long as you're driving more revenue to your clients, they're gonna want to keep you around, and that obviously helps your monthly revenue and your journey from going from 0 to 10K a month. I also want to mention that all of this I would recommend doing through MailChimp. And I do have a video that I'm going to record right after this one that's going to explain how you can do each one of these steps, how you can implement it for your e-commerce client, and it's really, really simple. I know that these may sound intimidating and a lot of information is being thrown your way, but subscribe and turn the notification bell on for my channel so you do not miss that video. I'm going to be pretty much breaking it down step by step how you can pretty much go from not even knowing what an email flow is to creating and implementing it for your e-commerce clients. So if you did stick around, thank you so much. Sign up for my newsletter down below to see a good process, maybe an example of how it is done well. So I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for stopping by. Peace.